Hey, what's up YouTube? MacGyver7 here, and today we're going to be reviewing Heim Vision's Music Wake Up Light Alarm Clock. This thing is actually pretty cool. I'm interested to see how well it works. Supposedly, it's supposed to light up as you're waking up. So kind of like simulating a sunrise. You guys know, like if you're sleeping and say it's a clear day outside and, as you're sleeping, you notice the light kind of gets through the eyelids and kind of wakes you up. So that's the actual science or the goal behind this alarm clock, is to actually do that with a kind of like a light sensor that will go off and then slowly get brighter and brighter as the time gets closer to your actual alarm that you set. And then also there's music to go along with that as well. So we're going to actually go ahead and unbox this thing, see what it looks like, and then see how well it works and see if it's really going to wake me up or not. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and open up this box. All right, let's see what we got here. So thank you. Go ahead and get my box cutter here. Boom, boom. All right, so I'm interested to see, because I've seen one of these before in this form factor that was done a while back. All right, so here's our user manual to kind of tell us how to set it up. And then we have our alarm clock. Oh, wow. All right, so a bit more compact than I was expecting considering the size of this box, but let's see what we got. Put that over there. All right, let's get this guy out. It's actually not that heavy, which is cool. All right, and then I think we have charging cable. All right, so just a regular standard charging cable. Now it doesn't come with a wall block, so you do have this end here that will go into your alarm clock, and then this end will need to go into a USB wall block. Okay, so pretty much everyone has one. If you have a smartphone or any type of device that has a wall charger, you're pretty much set up and ready to go. All right, so this is pretty much our unit. It's pretty cool. Here's a speaker underneath here. It has your different feet here to kind of support it while it's on the ground. You have your buttons here as well. So it's like the volume up, volume down buttons, and the power button here. And on this side, looks like we have our settings for our time and things like that on this side. And this is going to be our display screen. So let's go ahead and take this off. So it's like a film here you'll take off. Do not leave this on, otherwise it will inhibit you from actually having the full performance of the screen. And it's just going to tell you pretty much what you're going to see on the screen. So you'll have your sleep aid, touch key here, and then you'll have your charging your charging indicator. Okay, so this is actually let you know. So I'm assuming this can be rechargeable, which is good. Some alarm clocks are not, and you have to keep them plugged into the wall. So considering we have this connection here, we can actually just charge this baby up and then it will be ready to go. Now, some specs on this actual alarm clock really quick. On the box, it lists here a couple things. It has a sleep aid, sunrise simulation, wireless speaker, which is cool, 7 color changing LEDs, which will be on around the surface of the actual alarm clock, and then you have your atmosphere lamp and music lamp as well, and the time. Okay, so the battery life on this, it takes about 2 hours to charge and it lasts about 2 hours. So considering you're going to be using it at night, you're probably going to want to actually have this thing plugged in on your nightstand as far as it being used at night. As far as the 2 hours and things like that off the actual charge, maybe for like Bluetooth play or just kind of music play in a specific room. But by all means, you're probably going to want to keep this thing plugged in while using it for night use, just like any standard alarm clock. All right, let's go ahead and see how this thing's work. I'm going to go ahead and set it up real quick, and then we'll come back and see how everything works for us. All right, guys, so this thing is set up, and it's actually very, very cool. All right, so on the left side here, you have your settings here to adjust your time. It also has another setting here for Bluetooth. So if you want to listen to music through it, you actually can. Now, one of the coolest things I've noticed, and just by looking at the instructions a little bit, if you tap back here on the speaker grill, it actually adjusts the color of the little orb here, which is awesome. I think it's really cool and look really good at night. We're going to take a look at this here in a second in a dark room, just to see how well it looks. But overall, this is like probably one of the coolest nightlights I've ever seen. So it does have your touch sensitivity as well. So like this screen here actually will respond to the touch of your finger. So if I press on this here, it would actually play music. You hear that? And you can actually set the amount of time that you want this to go off for. So you have 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and off. It's totally up to you how you want the sleep function to work. You also can cycle through a few of the other sounds that are available on this actual device, which is actually really cool. Over here, though, on the volume side, You also can adjust your light brightness over on this side. So you can actually turn down the brightness, or you can turn it up a little bit depending on your preference. And then you can also set up the light pattern here. So when you have your alarm coming on, you actually can set it up to where how bright you want the light to begin and end in order to wake you up. Obviously, this is probably the best color, yellow, for an actual sunrise or things like that if you're looking for that. But overall, this thing is really cool. I can actually see myself using this in my bedroom now. There's also a button here for setting your wake time, and also if you want to have like a sleep timer, you can do that as well, just in case you want to actually, let's say you want your alarm to go off and then come back on again just to re-wake you up. You can actually do that with this device. All right, guys, before we get into the awesome LED function of this alarm clock, I wanted to go over one more thing, or actually two more things. The first thing is charging wise. All right, so when you plug this thing in, this logo here, this is Heim Vision, actually will change colors for you. All right, so when it's solid white, that means that the battery is fully charged. If it starts to turn to a light blue, that means it's halfway. And then if it's dark blue, it means you need to actually charge the actual alarm clock. Now, they also has Bluetooth connectivity, as I talked about before, wireless connection, which is awesome. So I've gone ahead and connected, and all you need to do, if you're not able to actually see the actual device on your phone, you click on the M on the left side, hold it down for a second, it will activate the wireless functionality, and then you get to select Heim Vision, and then it has like a number next to it based on the model number you have. You'll select it, connect to it, and then you should be able to play music. So let's go ahead and test that out. I'm just going to play something really quickly and just see if it actually works. All right, so let's see, get my Apple Music out really quick, and let's see what we got here. And there's some sounds. It doesn't sound too bad actually to be an alarm clock. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but it's got a little bass to it, which is pretty cool. Now, it reminds me a lot of the speaker that you would find on your Google Home Mini or something like that. So it's about the same strength as that. It does have a little bit of bass on it, so that's pretty cool. But definitely, you know, if you just want to carry this thing around and have it as a conversation piece on like a table or something like that for like 2 hours or so, you definitely could do that with this and kind of show off your alarm clock and Bluetooth speaker. So you kind of get a dual functionality here. You get an alarm clock and a Bluetooth speaker at the same time. So that's pretty cool. I think this is a good buy. All right, so now let's see how well it works with the alarm clock, and then we can wrap things up and kind of get the full take on everything. All right, guys, so my alarm clock is set. It should be going off at 10:10 a.m. I've set it to white, and as you can see, as I got closer to the time, I noticed that this white light got brighter and brighter and brighter. So what should happen is the alarm should go off. This light should be enough to actually wake me up if it's by my bedside. And I think it would be, considering I like to sleep in complete darkness at night. So I think this would actually work for me. All right, guys, so my alarm is now going off. As you can kind of hear, you may be able to hear in the background, the music in the alarm actually will come on gradually as your time gets closer. Once it hits that time fully, it gets louder and louder and louder until you actually wake up and actually put it either in sleep mode or you actually turn it off. Okay. As you can see, the brightness of the light is pretty awesome. It gets really bright too. So if it's by your bedside, you definitely will notice that, and it will definitely wake you up. I love it. This thing is really good. I approve. I think if you have the budget for an alarm clock, or if you're in the market for an alarm clock, go out and check this thing. Overall, guys, this alarm clock is pretty awesome. It will set you back about $34.99, which I think is a steal for a modern day alarm clock that pretty much has all the functionality that you would need in an alarm clock, with some other things such as Bluetooth, this awesome LED feature, preloaded sounds and things like that. Also a sleep aid as well if you need help sleeping at night. This thing is pretty cool. With the 2 hours of rechargeable time, I mean, if you want to take this thing on the go for a couple of hours, or you just want to put it on a kitchen table one day to kind of have a cool conversation piece about the coolest alarm clock you've ever had in your life, this is definitely the one to get. So definitely check this out. This is the end of my review. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed these videos, this review. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Please continue to subscribe and like all my videos, and like this video as well, especially if you enjoyed it. Also comment below if you have any other suggestions as far as like reviews and things like that, or if you know of a cooler alarm clock, definitely let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are on this one, or if there's anything else out there that's even cooler than this. But that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.